Wow, you guys have really outdone yourselves this week. This inbox is overflowing with articles about the latest breakthroughs in AI. It's honestly a little overwhelming, even for someone like me who follows this stuff pretty closely. It really does feel like we're on the verge of something massive.
It does, doesn't it? The pace of innovation is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, even for those of us deep in the trenches, it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of this deep dive, right? You've essentially given us a mountain of information and said, okay, tell us what really matters. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut through the noise, unpack the biggest developments, and try to connect the dots for you.
Sounds like a plan.
So where do we even begin? I mean, there's just so much to cover. AI agents, new models, the hardware it all runs on. It's like drinking from a fire hose, honestly. But I think the thing that's really caught my attention, thing that feels most immediately tangible, is the progress with AI agents. These things are going from science fiction to like actual tools we can use.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the biggest takeaways from this past week. It's no longer just a theoretical concept. We're seeing real-world applications emerging left and right.
Right, and there's this one article, Dawn of Intelligent Automation, that really drives that point home. It talks about how, we're moving beyond just automating simple tasks. We're talking about agents that can reason, make decisions, and even learn and adapt on the fly. Like Google Cloud's agent space, for example. This seems like a big deal.
It is. It's essentially a platform for building custom AI agents tailored to specific business needs. What's really interesting is how it leverages Google's existing enterprise infrastructure, things like Gemini's reasoning capabilities and their enterprise search and data tools. It's all integrated, which is, I think, where the real power lies.
So it's not just about building an agent from scratch. It's about plugging it into your existing systems and giving it access to all your data.
Precisely. And that opens up a whole world of possibilities. I mean, the article mentions some pretty compelling examples, like a retail agent that can handle returns autonomously. Imagine no more waiting on hold for hours to get a simple return processed.
Oh, that would be amazing. No more arguing with customer service bots that just don't understand. And what was it? A medical agent that can automatically transcribe and update patient records.
Yeah, that's another one. Think of the time and effort that could save doctors and nurses. And it's not just healthcare and retail. They talked about manufacturing agents that can detect defects and predict equipment failures. That's huge for preventative maintenance and avoiding costly downtime.
Right, and then there's that legal AI agent developed by 66 Degrees. It's like reviewing documents and monitoring policy changes. It's doing the kind of work that, junior lawyers spend countless hours on.
Exactly. And that's really where the true value of these AI agents lies. It's not just about automation. It's about augmenting human capabilities and freeing up our time and energy to focus on more complex and strategic tasks.
So the agents themselves are getting smarter and more capable, but what about the underlying intelligence? The models that power them are also evolving at an incredible pace. NVIDIA, for example, has just launched its Llama Nematron family of AI models specifically designed for building these advanced agents.
Yeah, that's a big one. They're building on the Llama architecture, which is already well regarded in the AI community, and refining it on their DGX cloud infrastructure. And they're really focusing on those core capabilities that make an agent truly intelligent. Things like multi-step reasoning, coding, and complex decision-making.
And they're offering different sizes, right? Like a nano version for smaller devices and an ultra for more demanding applications.
Yeah, exactly. They're thinking about how these models can be deployed across a wide range of use cases and devices. And the performance improvements they're quoting are, they're pretty remarkable. Up to 20% better accuracy and 5 times faster inference. That's a significant jump.
And the fact that companies like Microsoft, SAP, and Deloitte are already working with them speaks volumes. These aren't just, toy projects. They're seeing real potential for this technology to transform how businesses operate.
Absolutely. Those collaborations are a clear sign that this is more than just hype. It's a technology with the potential to deliver real value across various industries and applications.
Speaking of real-world applications, EY has partnered with NVIDIA to launch its own AI platform, the EY.AI Agentic platform, and it seems like they're really focusing on specific sectors, like finance, tax, and risk management.
Yeah, they're really leveraging EY's deep industry expertise and data. It's not just about the technology, it's about understanding the specific needs and challenges of these complex and highly regulated domains.
And they're already deploying it, right? Something like 150 AI agents assisting 80,000 tax professionals. That's a pretty massive undertaking.
It is. And they're aiming to streamline over 30 million tax processes annually. That's a huge potential efficiency gain. But what's also impressive is their emphasis on responsible AI development. They're using tools like NVIDIA NeMo guardrails and EY Safe Prompt to ensure that these agents are used ethically and responsibly.
Right, because that's a big concern with any powerful technology, especially when you're talking about things like finance and legal matters. It has to be trustworthy and transparent.
Absolutely. And it's great to see companies like EY taking those concerns seriously and building those safeguards into their platforms from the ground up.
Now, Microsoft is also making some interesting moves with Copilot. Mustafa Suleyman, who's leading that effort, he has this vision of Copilot becoming almost like a personalized AI companion. It's not just a tool, it's like a digital partner that learns your preferences and adapts to your needs.
It's a very different approach. It's about creating a more human-centric relationship with AI. I mean, the idea of giving it a name, a style, even a visual appearance, it's about making it feel more like a collaborator than just a piece of software.
And they're adding things like visual memory, so it can retain context from past interactions. It's like having an assistant that actually remembers what you talked about before.
Yeah, exactly. It's about building a more persistent and continuous interaction, rather than just treating each request as a separate event. And the development of an animated avatar, while it might seem superficial, it could actually help to create a more engaging and intuitive way to interact with the AI.
It's almost like we're moving towards that science fiction idea of having a holographic AI companion.
It's certainly a step in that direction. But it's important to remember that we're still very much in the early stages of this technology. There's a lot of work to be done before we reach that level of sophistication.
But that's what's so exciting about this field, right? It feels like the possibilities are almost limitless. Now, let's talk about accessibility. Alibaba just released their Qwen 2 AI model, which is designed for creating cost-effective AI agents.
Yeah.
And they've made it open source, which is a big deal.
It is. Open sourcing a model like this makes it much more accessible to developers and startups who might not have the resources to build their own advanced AI models from scratch. It's about democratizing access to this technology and empowering more people to experiment and innovate with AI.
And Qwen 2 is multilingual, right? And it can run in low-resource environments, which makes it really useful for a global audience and for deploying on a wide range of devices.
Exactly. It's about breaking down those barriers to entry and making AI accessible to a much wider audience. It's no longer just the domain of large tech companies with massive research budgets.
And that aligns with something Sam Altman said, which was quoted in the AI Minds newsletter. He said he's less interested in replacing coders and more focused on making them 10 times more productive. It's not about eliminating jobs. It's about empowering people to do more with AI.
It's a crucial point. AI agents and the underlying technology, it's not about replacing humans. It's about augmenting our capabilities and allowing us to focus on higher-level tasks that require creativity and critical thinking.
Okay, so we've talked about the agents and the platforms they run on. Now, let's dive into the brains behind it all. The AI models themselves. Google just released an experimental model called Gemini 2.5 Pro, and they're calling it their most intelligent AI to date. It's a thinking model, they say, capable of reasoning through its responses.
Yeah, Gemini 2.5 Pro is definitely generating a lot of buzz. It's topping the charts on the El Marino leaderboard, which is like the benchmark for evaluating large language models. And it's performing incredibly well on challenging benchmarks like Humanity's Last Exam, where it's actually outperforming other leading models.
And the context window, it's massive, like 1 million tokens. What does that even mean in practical terms?
So basically, a token represents a word or a part of a word. A context window of 1 million tokens means that the model can process and understand a huge amount of information at once. We're talking about the equivalent of several novels or lengthy research papers. It's not just about quantity, though. It's about the model's ability to maintain context and understand the relationships between different pieces of information across a much larger scope.
So it's like having a much wider field of view. It can see the bigger picture and make connections that it couldn't before.
Exactly. And that's a huge leap forward in terms of the model's ability to reason, solve complex problems, and even generate creative content.
And it's multimodal, too, right? It can handle text, images, video, and code all at once. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, native multimodality is becoming a key feature of these advanced models. It allows them to understand and interact with the world in a much more holistic way, which opens up all sorts of possibilities for creating new and engaging experiences.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, imagine being able to create interactive animations or even games just from a text prompt.
Hmm.
or having an AI that can generate a video storyline based on a series of images you give it. We're talking about a whole new level of creative potential.
That sounds incredible. It's almost like having a digital imagination at your fingertips.
Hmm.
Now, OpenAI is also making some interesting moves. They're planning to release a new OpenAI language model, which is kind of a departure for them. They've been pretty closed off with their models in the past.
It is a significant shift in strategy. OpenAI has largely kept its most advanced models, things like GPT-3 and GPT-4, proprietary. But the open source movement is gaining a lot of momentum, and they're probably feeling the pressure to be more transparent and collaborative.
So they're opening up and inviting feedback from the wider AI community. That's a good thing, right? I mean, more brains working on a problem usually leads to better solutions.
Absolutely. It's about fostering innovation and ensuring that this technology benefits as many people as possible.
And Meta is getting in on the action too. With the announcement of Llama 4, it seems like everyone is racing to develop the next generation of foundational models.
It's a highly competitive landscape. It seems like every week there's a new breakthrough or announcement. But it's exciting to see that much innovation happening so rapidly.
And then there's Alibaba Cloud's Qwen 2.5 Omni 7B model. It's another multimodal model that can handle text, images, audio, and video. And they're making it open source as well.
That's a big win for the open source community. The more accessible these advanced models are, the faster we'll see new and innovative applications emerge. It's about lowering the barriers to entry and empowering a wider range of developers and researchers to participate in this AI revolution.
So there's a lot of buzz about these large models, but there's also been some news about OpenAI delaying the release of GPT-5. Apparently, they're running into some integration challenges, and the performance gains they're seeing are even exceeding their own expectations.
It's fascinating, right? They're having to adjust their roadmap because the technology is advancing so rapidly. They've released these interim models, O3 and O4 Mini, to bridge the gap. And O3 is apparently performing at a level comparable to top-tier human coders.
That's pretty mind-blowing. It's like AI is catching up to human expertise in some pretty sophisticated domains. And then we have Meta's Llama 4 models, Scout and Maverick, which are now integrated into Meta AI across various platforms. Maverick is for general assistance, while Scout is for summarization and code reasoning. It's like a whole family of specialized AI.
It is. Meta's strategy appears to be focused on deeply embedding these advanced AI capabilities into their existing ecosystem of applications, making them readily available to a massive user base. The specialization of models like Maverick and Scout for different types of tasks reflects a growing trend towards more tailored and optimized AI solutions for specific needs.
But there was also a mention of some concerns about discrepancies between the benchmark performance and the real-world performance of Meta's Maverick model. That raises some interesting questions about how we actually evaluate these models.
That's a very important point. The potential for differences between highly optimized benchmark results and actual real-world usability underscores the complexities of evaluating AI models. It highlights the ongoing need for transparency and rigorous testing that reflects how these models perform in practical applications, not just on specific curated datasets.
And finally, DeepSeek has developed a new AI reasoning method that combines something called generative reward modeling and self-principled critique tuning. It sounds quite technical, but the anticipation for their next-generation model, DeepSeek R2, seems to be building.
While the specifics of the method are indeed quite technical, the fundamental goal is to improve the reasoning capabilities of large language models. The combination of generating rewards based on desired outcomes and having the model critique its own work suggests a sophisticated approach to refining the quality and alignment of the model's outputs. The industry's anticipation for DeepSeek R2 indicates that there's a lot of interest in advancements coming from various research groups, not just the biggest players.
Okay, so we've talked about the brains, but what about the brawn? All this incredible intelligence needs some serious processing power to run. Broadcom just announced some new AI networking chips that are designed for both power efficiency and high-speed data processing. That seems like a critical piece of the puzzle.
It absolutely is. As AI workloads become more complex and data-intensive, the underlying infrastructure needs to keep pace. And energy consumption is a big concern, especially with these large-scale AI deployments. So Broadcom's focus on power efficiency is crucial.
And the U.S. Department of Energy is getting in on the act, too. They're identifying federal sites for potential AI data center construction. They're even talking about fast-tracking nuclear energy permitting, which shows you how serious they are about building the necessary infrastructure for AI.
It's a clear recognition of the strategic importance of AI. And using existing federal sites with established energy infrastructure makes a lot of sense. It's about leveraging those resources to support the growing demand for AI computing power.
We also saw that NVIDIA is partnering with Cassava Technologies to build Africa's first AI factory with a pretty significant investment. It's great to see these kinds of initiatives happening on a global scale.
Absolutely. It's about democratizing access to AI technology and fostering innovation in regions that might not have traditionally been at the forefront of this field.
And there was that report about a massive $16 billion order for NVIDIA H20 AI chips by Chinese tech giants like ByteDance and Alibaba. Apparently, they're trying to stock up before potential U.S. export restrictions come into effect.
That's a huge investment, and it highlights the intense global competition in the AI space. Access to these specialized chips is crucial for developing and deploying advanced AI models, and companies are willing to spend big to secure their supply.
And there was a brief mention of potential concerns about GPU supply chain disruptions due to tariffs. It seems like anything that impacts the global tech ecosystem can have ripple effects throughout the entire AI industry.
It's a reminder of how interconnected the global tech industry is. Any disruptions to the supply chain, whether it's due to trade wars, natural disasters, or other unforeseen events, can have significant consequences for the development and deployment of AI technology.
All right, so we've talked about the brains, the brawn. Now let's talk about the tools. Google is making a big push into robotics with its Gemini robotics initiative. They're essentially bringing their advanced AI models into the physical world.
Yeah, it's about bridging the gap between the digital and physical realms. They've released 2 new AI models, specifically designed for robotics, one for direct robot control and another for advanced spatial understanding. It's a major step towards creating robots that can operate more autonomously and intelligently in real-world environments.
And it's not just about industrial robots. We're seeing AI-powered robots popping up in all sorts of unexpected places. I mean, Kawasaki even unveiled an AI-powered robotic horse.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. It's a great example of how AI is being used to create more sophisticated and lifelike robots.
Yeah.
And those advancements have the potential to revolutionize a wide range of industries, from manufacturing and logistics to healthcare and even entertainment.
And OpenAI's 4.0 image generation model is another great example of how AI tools are becoming more powerful and accessible. It's a big leap forward in terms of image quality, and it's even capable of refining images based on follow-up prompts, which gives users a lot more creative control.
It's a testament to how quickly this technology is advancing. We're getting closer and closer to the point where anyone can create high-quality, photorealistic images from just a text description.
And Microsoft is taking a proactive approach to building the AI workforce by offering free AI skills training. That's a great way to ensure that people have the skills they need to participate in this rapidly growing field.
Absolutely. It's about investing in human capital and empowering people to take advantage of the opportunities that AI presents. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the people who build, deploy, and use it.
And there are a ton of new AI-powered tools popping up all over the place. The AI Minds newsletter highlighted Book About for discovering new books, Wordster for writing assistance, and Kadem for generating 3D models from 2D images.
It's amazing to see how AI is being applied to solve problems and create value in so many different areas. And those tools are just the tip of the iceberg. We're only just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible with AI.
And Microsoft's Copilot is getting even smarter with its enhanced memory and ability to take more actions. It's becoming less of a simple assistant and more of a proactive partner that can actually help you get things done.
It's about moving beyond just providing information to actually taking action and automating tasks. That's where the real value of AI lies, in its ability to streamline our workflows and free up our time and energy for more meaningful work.
And Amazon just introduced NovaAct, which is an AI model specifically designed for building agents that can interact with web browsers. That opens up a whole new world of possibilities for automating online tasks.
It's a very specific application, but it has the potential to be incredibly powerful. Think about all the things we do in web browsers every day. If we can automate even a fraction of those tasks, it could save us a huge amount of time and effort.
And the last tool I wanted to mention is Runway's Gen 4 model, which is making some pretty impressive strides in terms of generating consistent characters in video. That feels like a major step towards AI-generated video becoming a legitimate storytelling medium.
It is. Maintaining character consistency has been a major challenge in AI-generated video, so seeing a model like Gen 4 making such significant progress in this area is a huge step forward. It's exciting to think about the potential for AI to help us tell stories in new and innovative ways.
It's clear that AI isn't just a standalone technology. It's converging with other cutting-edge fields like robotics and quantum computing, which is creating some really powerful synergies. The robotics industry, in particular, is experiencing a renaissance thanks to AI.
It's giving robots the brains they need to operate more autonomously and intelligently in complex environments, and we're seeing those advancements translate into real-world applications, from coffee-making robots to squirrel-inspired robots for search and rescue operations to those incredibly agile superhumanoid robots.
And Google's Gemini Robotics Initiative is right at the heart of this convergence, with the explicit aim of bringing those sophisticated AI models into the physical world. And Kawasaki even unveiled an AI-powered robotic horse. It's like we're living in a science fiction movie.
It's incredible how quickly this technology is evolving. And it's not just about creating flashy demos. These advancements have the potential to transform a wide range of industries and solve some of the world's most pressing challenges.
And we're even seeing AI being used to enhance things like air pollution sensors, making them smarter and more effective. It's amazing how far-reaching this technology is becoming.
It's a testament to the versatility of AI. It can be applied to almost any problem that involves data analysis and decision-making.
And then there's the potential for quantum computing to revolutionize AI. Microsoft just had a breakthrough with their Majorana 1 quantum chip, and Google's new Willow chip is demonstrating exponential error reduction. These advancements could lead to much more powerful and efficient AI models in the future.
It's an area of intense research and development. Quantum computing has the potential to unlock entirely new capabilities for AI, allowing us to tackle problems that are currently intractable with classical computers.
And there is a report about Chinese researchers using a quantum computer to fine-tune a billion-parameter AI model. That suggests that we could be on the verge of a major leap forward in AI training efficiency.
It's an exciting prospect. Training these large, complex AI models is a computationally demanding process, and quantum computing could potentially speed up that process significantly, leading to faster development cycles and more powerful models.
So, all of this is incredible, but how does it actually translate into tangible benefits for everyday people? The real-world applications of these AI agents are what I find most compelling.
Absolutely. The potential for AI agents to streamline complex tasks and enhance our lives is immense. Imagine having an AI agent that can plan your entire trip, from booking flights and accommodations to creating a personalized itinerary based on your preferences and budget.
Or an AI that can handle all your customer service interactions, resolving issues quickly and efficiently without you having to wait on hold for hours.
Or an AI that can help you manage your finances, providing personalized advice and automating your investments. The possibilities are endless.
And we're already starting to see those possibilities become reality. AI agents are being used in retail to provide personalized shopping experiences, in financial institutions to detect fraud and assess risk, and in logistics to optimize supply chains and manage inventory.
And those applications are just the beginning. As AI agents become more sophisticated and more deeply integrated into our lives, we can expect to see a whole new wave of innovative applications emerge.
The AI Breakfast newsletter highlighted Manus AI, an autonomous agent for comprehensive travel planning that has moved to a subscription-based model. That suggests that users are finding real and consistent value in these kinds of AI-powered tools.
It's a good indication that these tools are moving beyond the hype and delivering tangible benefits that people are willing to pay for.
And there was also a comparison of different AI-powered travel planning tools, from Google's AI overviews to ChatGPT with its operator functionality to platforms like Zipu AI's AutoGLM rumination and perplexity. It seems like there's a lot of experimentation happening in this space.
It's a rapidly evolving market, with different companies taking different approaches to solving the same problem. But the ultimate goal is the same: to make travel planning easier and more enjoyable by leveraging the power of AI.
Google Maps is even getting smarter, with the ability to save travel spots directly from screenshots and track price drops on hotels. It's like AI is becoming seamlessly integrated into the tools we already use every day.
That's a key trend we're observing. It's not just about creating new AI-powered platforms. It's about enhancing the tools we already use with AI capabilities, making them more intelligent, proactive, and helpful.
And even ordering a pizza is getting an AI upgrade. Papa John's is partnering with Google Cloud to use AI for personalized notifications and even enabling ordering through chatbots and virtual assistants.
It's a great example of how AI can be used to improve even the simplest everyday experiences. From personalized recommendations to streamlined ordering processes, AI has the potential to make our lives a little bit easier and more enjoyable.
And finally, there's the development of AI-powered therapy chatbots that are showing promising results in clinical trials. The potential for AI to help people struggling with mental health issues is truly incredible.
It's an area of active research and development, and the early results are encouraging. AI-powered therapy chatbots could potentially provide accessible and affordable mental health support to people who might not otherwise have access to traditional therapy.
So that's it for this week's deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from the latest advancements in AI agents and models to the hardware and software that's driving this revolution. And we've seen how AI is converging with other cutting-edge technologies like robotics and quantum computing, creating some truly exciting possibilities for the future.
It's an incredibly dynamic and rapidly evolving field. And it's clear that AI is poised to have a profound impact on our lives in the years to come.
So as we look ahead to this increasingly intelligent future, I'm left with a question for you, dear listener. Considering the exponential pace of innovation we're witnessing, what might be the most unexpected ways that AI will transform our daily routines in the next few years? And what new challenges and opportunities will arise as AI becomes more deeply integrated into our world? It's certainly a lot to ponder. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.